You don't need that many views to grow on YouTube. If you're trying to replace your 9 to 5 bullshit job with faceless content or just YouTube videos, like, I'm going to expose how much money I made with videos that got 1,000 views, how much I made with 1,000,000 views, and so you can really see the noticeable and tangible difference and almost calculate how many monthly views you need to be able to replace the 9 to 5 that you're in, which is fucking ass. So, I'm gonna put these pots aside. Give me a second real quick. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm revealing this. This is going to be one of the channels that I've grown in 2025, and I've taken this channel to 5 figures a month multiple times while trying to scale it up. And I think I know a thing or two about views, RPM, niches, how to capitalize on the best video titles and actually make money. If you do want to work with me, I also have a free 7-hour-long YouTube training in a description that literally exposes my entire strategy and how some of my clients are absolutely fucking crushing it. So give that a watch, and if you like what you have to see, you want to actually work with me as well, become a client, I'll have a link in the description for you to apply and absolutely make a lot of money with me. The thing about my mentorship is that I'll work with you as long as it takes until you make at least $5 grand a month, which is quite fucking sick. So link in description. That being said, $9,800 in the month of January with multiple $1,000 days and $500 days, because the days that we posted these videos, they went completely viral, which I'm going to go over in a second. This first video that I posted made me $900 in that first single day. So let's click on this one. Boom. Boom. I'm also making some pre-workout. Don't ask why. I think that's enough. A little bit more. So this video got 485,000 long-form views. Keep in mind, none of my videos are shorts, because screw shorts. If you post shorts, you have a small dick, you're probably gay, and you have no testosterone. So, that being said, anyways, $3,900 generated with 485,000 views. Can you survive off of a monthly income of $3,901? You'll survive. But I don't know how well your life is going to be. So minimum, right? If you look at this one video in particular and I go to the revenue side of things, we were making $8.24 Canadian dollars for every 1,000 views that we're getting. You can also see right over here, I'm living in Vancouver, which is why I'm in Vancouver is turning into India. You'll notice that when I say Canadian dollars, it kind of sounds like rupees, because Canada is turning into India. That being said, $3,900 is actually quite good for the amount of views that we're getting, because typically, right, long form content gives you an average RPM of $3 to $5. It depends on the niche. It depends on the country that your audience are watching. So everything in terms of how much you get paid for every 1,000 views or every 1,000,000 views is dependent on these 3 factors, right? The age of your audience. If I go down here, most of my audience are within the 40-year-old range to 65-year-old range. That's the first thing. The older your audience is, the more you'll get paid. The second thing is the demographic. What country are they from? If they're from the fucking Indian country, Mr. India land, well, RIP, because there's no money in India, you're going to get a very low RPM. If they're in very strong countries like United States, United Kingdom, boom, look at this, 72% states. My videos are solely made in a way where it does not make sense to the average Indian, which is why it repels Indians, which is also why we literally have Canada, United Kingdom, and Australia as our other 3 most viewed countries, which results in the highest RPM. What are the highest RPMs that we can possibly get based off of the demographics and people who's watching our videos? These 2 specific metrics pretty much makes or breaks what your RPM will be. Now, if you can have an old audience and a right demographic, the number one last resort to extend your RPM even more is in the engagement side, is how long people watch your videos. So this video in particular did super, super good. 8 minutes and 29 second average view duration. Not highest view duration, average view duration. So you're telling me out of the 480,000 individuals that watched this video, the average individual watched it for a minimum of 8 minutes long. That is incredible. Considering how long is this video, it is 16 minutes and 20 seconds. And so you can see that 50%, if you do the math, right? If 8 minutes was watched on average on a 16-minute video, 50% of my audience watched the entire video, or all of my audience watched at least half of the video. This is dependent now on how well your video is created, how well the idea is, and as well as what the niche is about. There's so many different factors. So again, if you want to learn all these 3 secrets, I have a YouTube video down in the description for you, which is 7 hours long, that reveals absolutely every single bit of technique I've ever learned over the past 6 years of growing on YouTube for you to watch. Now, that being said, the most important is actually within the first 30 seconds. If you can get 75% or 3/4 of your audience to retain on your video after 30 seconds, you're in the clear. You're going to go viral. You can have a good retention as well. Your first 29 to 30 seconds dictates how well the rest of your video is retention-wise, which then also dictates how much money you get made. I'll tell you this right now. If I had a 50% retention rather than a 76% retention at 29 seconds, my retention would be right down here. And then it was keep on downtrending and flopping, resulting in less ads watched, which results in less money made for me, which results in a lower RPM, which would then also correlate in a lower estimated revenue. So retention matters so much in how much you get paid for every 1,000 views. If I put this into perspective then, and this video got 1 million views, you can add 2.2x, right? So 3,900 times 2.2x. We'll make $8,580 off of 1 million views on this one video in particular. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense for you. So if you're not a Jeet, hopefully, then that'll make sense. If you're a Jeet and you're Indian, click off this video right now, genuinely. If you're from Canada, that's no problem, because I'm from Canada as well. But if you're living in India and you actually like never went outside of your third world country, I genuinely, as nice as it is, as I am, I want you to click off, because I hate... Okay, being in the nicest way possible, because you mess up my RPM. And if you want to fight me, come fight me, because I've been kickboxing for a good minute now. I got the pants, you know. Okay, enough said. That was January. If I go to this video that I posted, the last video in January, that got me 182,000 views and $1,100. This video, let's see here, got me 800,000 views. So why is it that it got double the views almost, but only $4,600? So it barely made any much more money. And you'll see why. Number 1, audience. You can see we still had a good amount of demographics in the right age brackets. Older the better. Same thing as here. So what changed? If the demographic didn't change and our RPM went from $8 to $5, the only tangible change was in the engagement right over here. And I absolutely nailed it. A 6-minute average view duration on how long is this video? 15 minutes. So it's slightly shorter, but exactly as what I taught in my thesis earlier, right? The first 30 seconds will dictate how the rest of your retention plays out. So if you cannot nail the first 28 to 30 seconds and make that numerical metric as high as possible, the rest of the money that you make is gonna flop completely. This is a make or break difference. If this was at 75% after 30 seconds, it would have been perfect. It would have been played out like that. Right? But it dropped so much in the first couple of seconds that it resulted in, no matter how well the rest of the video is, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters in your video is the first 30 seconds. So then the rest of my video kind of flopped like that. It was, again, you can see the line plateaued. It was perfect, but it was too much drop. Too much drop in the intro. So that alone resulted in me getting, where is our revenue? $5.5 for every 1,000 views. And you do the math on that, because we got 800,000 views, we got paid out $4,600, which again, isn't that bad at all. If you have 2 videos just like that, with 480,000 views and 830,000 views, $3,900 plus $4,600 is more than enough to make a full-time living, hopefully. Let's see. If you're not spending your money like an absolute retard, plus, then 2 videos alone, $8,500 generated, not a bad amount whatsoever, right? So let's go back to February now. Boom, Boom. And the month of February, $8,299 was generated off of 1.2 million views. You get the overall gist. For every million views you get in this niche in particular, depending on age, demographic, and your average view duration, you can get about, give or take, 7,000 to 8,000 to maybe 9,000 even views. Dollars, sorry, I'm retarded, hold on. But if I go to content, and you can see some of my videos here that got 161,000 views, as an example, we still got paid $2,000 despite the views being that low. So again, if I go to engagement, this was the numerical metric that absolutely saved it. The retention graph, after 30 seconds or 26 seconds, 82% still watched. After 35 seconds, 80% still watched. It's always this last bit. So how can you nail your intro in a way where you can grasp the majority amount of your audience, and that way your retention's higher, your RPM's higher, and your dollars are high? Do you want me to teach you how? The secret is to click down below, apply for my mentorship, and work directly with me. Anyways, that being said, I'm going to also show you now specific niches and tangible examples that you can get into in 2026 to really make sure that faceless YouTube is going to be your one way out, your one ticket out of your bullshit 9 to 6 job. Coffee break. Look at this. I've trained my YouTube For You page to feed me with some of the best faceless content. He denies everything, please finds this. 56,000 views in 23 hours. This channel has 3,000 subscribers. Your goal is to find, number one, channels that are super small that are crushing it from recently. This channel, 400,000 views, 60,000 subscribers. This one is actually less impressive than this one. Although this got 100,000 views and this video got 56,000 views, this motherfucker got almost 500,000 subscribers. So what does he know about blowing up, right? This guy knows what he's talking about. This guy, cool. I'm gonna click on this video. Number one, it's an 8-minute video, okay? If it blew up, it probably has a 4-minute retention, which isn't actually that long. You want an 8-minute retention to get to like that $8 RPM. And if you check out this channel in particular, let's actually check out this guy, right? 50 videos that he has uploaded. His recent one did good, this one did good, this one did bad, this one did good. Check this out, right? If you take the average of his last 8 videos posted, and he has 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos, 4 videos, 5 videos, and 6 videos that crossed 10,000 views for his channel size, by the way. That's 3 times his subscribers amount. So 6 of his 8 videos blew up and went viral as outliers, meaning that this niche that he is in is absolutely going to print. What is a specific niche? I see women in all 8 of these thumbnails. I see them being like body cam police based content, and that is honestly the niche that I'm in as well. But if you go through all the content that this channel is making, you can break down the nitty-gritty of how many views you're getting, which is about 400,000 in 30 days, 191,000 in 7 days. You apply the basic rule. Because I'm better than him and I'm getting an 8-minute average view duration, and he's getting like a 4-minute average view duration. You cut the RPM by half. Let's just say he's getting about $4 per every 1,000 views. What is 191 times 4? This channel is making $764 every single week, posting about 3 to 4 times a week, which is not bad at all, right? Some of his, and truth be it is as well, this channel is going to only grow faster just because they just started. Their oldest content was from a while ago, but it seems like they just got back into it, 2 years ago. So my brain's farting so many times, 2 months ago. If this channel started 2 months ago and they're already making that type of money, it means for them to improve, they have to improve 1 of 3 things. The length of this video has to be longer. I want to see 15 to 20 minute long content. Number 2, you want to make sure that you can optimize your demographic by titling your words and titles to attract and appeal more US audience and almost deter away from Indians. And so if you made like specific buzzwords that was resonated to a specific location, I don't know, Ohio, Florida man attacks police, some title like that. You're probably gonna get a lot of Florida people to watch that video. If you're in the news niche, right, this is super good, news and politics, that's gonna attract advanced people who understand English very, very well. You're not gonna get Indians, resulting in what? A $10 RPM, $9, $8 RPM, who knows what your RPM is gonna be. But these videos now, which is literally purely English commentary in court cases, this is very advanced level English, documentary, stories that only Americans and Canadians and Australians can probably understand. You're not going to find the average Indian understanding these videos, which give you a very high RPM again. So to summarize, right, you can get paid. It depends on so many factors, but upwards of, I want to say $4 to $8 for every 1,000 views, which is equivalent to about $4,000 to $8,000 for every million views that you make on your YouTube channels. So I want to say all of that. Hold on a second. So all of that to end off. If you do want to learn how to find the best niches, how to actually create the best retention via your intro, so you get the most amount of dollars generated per video, you can learn some. So in the description, by number one, 7-hour long video. That free course is technically better than most people's paid stuff. So if you do want to actually take it serious, I want you to watch that one first. And then after you watch a few hours of that one and you are ready to implement and start taking action within your own channel, bro, the best thing you can do is get guidance from someone who's done it themselves actively. So link in description for you to apply to work with me. That being said, I don't really care at the end of the day if you do work with me or not, because I'm making a bag right now. I'm going to Miami in 3 weeks with my mom. That being said,
alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMMDodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here. And this should be already fine. 2014, 2017. Yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm. And now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.